Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable inputs. Now I would like to call upon Vice Chancellor of the IFCI University, Ranchi, Professor O.R.S. Rao, sir, to take the stage and share his views. Professor Rao, sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, my Sadar Pranam to Maharishi Ji, the founder of the Maharishi Group of Institutions. Dr. Manpreet Manna, the chief guest for today's event. Dr. B.P. Singh, Vice Chancellor of MUIT, and the esteemed members of the panel and the participants. A very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, I would like to convey my deep gratitude to Dr. B.P. Singh to give me this opportunity to participate in today's panel discussion on a topic which is very important to the students, that is the employment and entrepreneurship. These are the two major career avenues for the students besides higher education for a few. Before we get into the topic, let's try and understand the environment in which the industry is operating today and is likely to operate in the next 5 years. The adoption of emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, big data analytics, cloud computing, IoT, 3D printing, etc., have been sort of moving very fast, and they are impacting the industry. And it is the adoption is further likely to be accelerated due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In the next 5 years, as per the various studies, the average percentage of time and efforts that will be spent by a machine on the jobs will go up to 50% from about 42% today, as per the various studies. Companies are going through digital transformation of their businesses, and in this process, roles are changing. Various types of jobs are, old jobs are giving way to new jobs. Due to COVID-19, work and life environment has become digital. And today, in fact, the proof of that is today's event itself. In the normal course, it should have been a live event physically. So today, our life has become digital, and also our entire work environment also has become digital. The remote working has become the order of the day for most of the IT companies, and a lot of them, they want to continue that for some more time. As per the World Economic Forum report published in October 2020 on future of jobs, globally, about 85 million jobs which are existing today, that is roughly, it works out to be about 10%. These jobs will get replaced. That means that these jobs will not be existing at all in the next 5 years' time. On the other hand, 97 million new jobs or new roles will emerge. Most of them will be technology-enabled roles. Already we are seeing new roles like a social media specialist. This kind of a role we have not seen maybe 5 years back. A digital marketer, we have not seen it earlier. Cyber security specialists, fintech experts, then digital strategy kind of expert. And these are the kind of new roles we are seeing already. And we will see a lot more changes in this area in the next 5 years. If you notice, the new projects what our large IT companies are getting, if you look at TCS, Infosys, Wipro, HCL, most of the projects, they are all in the area of digital transformation of business. That is where, the entire industry is moving all around. The COVID-19, in fact, has changed our life, as I mentioned, in a number of ways. Due to the initial days of lockdown, in the March and subsequent social distancing norms that are there, all of us are forced to become digital. If you look at, typical day for any student or any one of us, in the morning, because we didn't want to go to a restaurant, for a kind of, for a coffee or for a snack, we were ordering the breakfast through Zomato or Swiggy. Then, like in fact, our students, they want to prepare for, some of them from the +2, they want to prepare for JEE, they want to prepare a UPSC, or they want to study anything else, new things. They study using the mobile apps like Byju's, Unacademy, UN Academy, Extra Marks. In fact, Extra Marks is the one, that have introduced the Hindi medium and Topper, and maybe so many more into the EduTech. Then after that, if they want to kind of, get any items, they place the orders through Flipkart or Big Basket. Then after in the last 2 months, when things have eased, if they want to travel somewhere, they travel by Ola, they book a car, this thing car. Then any payments you make through Paytm or PhonePe or other shop. And maybe your father or mother or somebody else, you want to have a doctor consulting, you go through Practo. And you're applying for jobs, you go through Naukri. What is common among these examples that I have given to you? All of them are Indian startups started in the last only 5 to 10 years. All these entrepreneurs, they didn't come from rich families at all. And sort of the assets owned by them, they are not physical, they are all intellectual. Every one of them had an idea to solve a problem and solve a problem of a common man. And they tried to solve the problem using technology and particularly internet, like buying online, paying online, studying online, booking a cab online, and scaled up these businesses from a small beginning. And this kind of entrepreneurship, it is different from the earlier generation of entrepreneurships, entrepreneurs like Dhirubhai Ambani or Shiv Nadar or N.R. Narayan Modi. But these startups, they built big companies. Today, the market capitalization, that means, how rich a company is measured on the basis of market capitalization of Pfizer, it is over $10 billion. And that is the largest market cap in the entire world in the edutech. Nowhere else in the world, edutech company has reached that level. And that too, it has happened during the COVID-19 time. Today, all these startups, they are not job seekers, but they are all job givers. In the last 4 years, the number of startups have doubled from 16,000 to about 34,000, but the number of people employed has become twice from 1.9 lakhs to 5.6 lakhs into that. While the traditional manufacturing and service companies like banks and telecoms, today they are not recruiting freshers. But today, most of the recruiters, they are all companies like this. And whether edutech companies or fintech companies or this kind of companies that are there. And if you look at the Naukri, today morning I saw that 82,700 jobs are posted by startups on the Naukri. And they are paying higher salaries to freshers than other companies. And for good performers, these startup companies, the salary hikes are higher, going up to 50-60%. Some of our own graduates that passed out last year, they joined some of these companies like Extra Marks or Byju's that do extremely well. Now, what is the choice for our students? Either start a business like them. It's not very difficult at all today. You don't require so much of money. What you require is an idea. And second thing, if you want to join, today most of the recruiters, they are all startups. And whether it is a fintech, edutech, martech, they are all the people recruiting. So coming to what are the skills needed for you, either to start a business or join a startup. In my view, the skills are similar, accepting that if you want to have a startup, you need to take a bigger risk than joining a job. What are the skills you need? The first thing is problem solving. And once you join a job, a small problem or big problem you have to solve. To solve the problems, you need to have knowledge, latest knowledge, and also more importantly, you need the skills to apply the knowledge in a given situation. Today, knowledge is changing and updating every minute and every day. How do you do that? You don't know what is the new knowledge that is coming. But what is important for every student or a working professional is willing to learn. It is a lifelong learning that is very critical for every one of us. On the day, every day I have to learn. Then what is the second type of skill that is needed? The digital skills. As per the various surveys, 44% of the companies are planning to work in digital mode for the next few months, going up to few years. Like companies like Facebook, Twitter, they are going for they're giving the choice for the employees to work on a remote basis permanently. TCS and Infosys, they have announced that they are planning to have something called a remote workforce. That is a permanent remote workforce. It is going to be 30 to 50% of them. But for this, what every student must know is how to use the digital skills for the day-to-day working. And in fact, ICFA University Jharkhand, for the current year, have introduced the digital skills as a compulsory course For all the programs, it's a 1 semester course. They're starting with the video conferences on how to kind of participate in various meetings, how to do the team working, how to do the surveys using this thing. All of them we teach them. Then the second aspect are the soft skills. They appear to be soft, but they are more difficult to acquire. What are the soft skills we need? One is the positive attitude. People say attitude determines the altitude. It depends on, your positive attitude will help you to grow. Second is adaptability to new places, new situations. Like COVID-19 has come, I'm so glad that, all the students and faculty adapted into a new situation. Third thing is, entrepreneurial thinking. Entrepreneurial thinking doesn't mean that you become a businessman. Today, every industry, every startup, every company expects the students to work as though it is their own company. And they must work like an entrepreneur into that. Then, the last but not the least, is communication. For a lot of students, what we noticed, sort of a communication skill, sort of is a little bit lacking into that. While all these skills will help you to get a good job, they will help you to earn money, they can be very successful professionally. There is one skill and one attribute that is needed for every one of us. That is values and character. Sort of a charitra bahut aham cheez hoti hai. And unless and otherwise we have a good character, we cannot achieve sustained success. And more importantly, all the success, all the money, whatever we need to be happy. If we want to be happy, ultimately what is important is, a man of values and character. And with these few words, thank you very much, Dr. B.P. Singh, for giving me the opportunity. And I wish all the students all the best in the career. Thank you very much and namaskar.
Sir, thank you very much for your fruitful thoughts. Will be fruitful towards the students, teachers, faculty, all. Thank you very much, sir.